That was actually a really good run in theory if I didn't want to fuck at. Yeah, that was on me. But just remember, this is the highest difficulty, and you also have like modifiers. You can make it way easier if you want to, or harder. Like this is like the additional stuff. And then additionally to the difficulty of the worlds, you have a fury level that you can do every time you beat a world. So I guess that's basically what I was asking for, like in the world individual difficulty. But this base world is already so difficult that, I mean, I would need to beat it to make it even harder, but you can make this game incredibly difficult. So if you're really into difficult stuff, it's cool. If you're into moderately difficult stuff, it's also cool. I guess you can make it super easy. I guess you can even make yourself invulnerable with this. Is there one? Camera angle. I think this is like third person perspective, not first person shooter perspective. Yeah, here you can see, right? It's like 15% time. Yeah, an extra HP. You can literally make it easier. Actually, don't know. Is there a limit to applying these? I don't know. It's just like you can adapt the game to what. I think that's pretty nice. 2 HP. Oh, this one is amazing. Just 20% damage for the main weapon, which I'm trying to use mostly right off the bat. Is really. Man, the different screen is really hitting me here. Also, the angle of the screen is different. Words. Is a bit too high because too high, and I don't really have the option to like change the angle too much, so it's not like an optimal angle. And now this one's like pretty optimal, but I have to get used to the optimal angle again. I don't know, I mean, you maybe didn't notice ever, but if you look at a very angled screen for a long time, your brain's gonna automatically correct for that. And then the funny thing is, as soon as you look at the screen, you know, you try to make it straight, it's not gonna be straight because your brain is already autocorrect. And that's why you should always only set up your screen after not having looked at it for quite a while, right? After maybe in the morning or something. Because after a while, your brain's going to auto-compensate for all like curvature just to simplify it. Yeah, it's really cool what your brain can do, but it's also kind of, you know, can be tricky to actually adjust something once you have been looking at it for a while, because your brain's basically that's perfect, but it isn't, right? Yeah, really cool compensation mechanisms here. I don't know what vampirism actually does, because I don't think it is. And if it heals me, it heals me a lot. Yeah, so why is this difficulty so hard? It's the combination of very high HP pools for enemies. This weapon is really good. Just as a reminder, this weapon does a fuck ton of damage, right? And it's the only reason we can kill them quite quickly. Oh, this is a Matrix reference. And you can just send them away for additional currency. Sure, why not? 5 additional max HP here. Yeah, I don't mind making the early game harder for the late game, because, you know, if we die here, we are not going to lose a lot of money and time. Yeah, and so the art style can be very suboptimal from a gameplay perspective at times, but I think, like, you know, it works and looks really nice. So I don't know, like, very unique. It's very unique, right? It's a very unique look, and it works well from a pure gameplay perspective. I mean, I guess, you know, you can't do all those things like putting stuff on top if you just put a top-down perspective. So I guess they're using the build for gameplay reasons too, but I feel like obviously just from a bullet hell dodge perspective, the top-down perspective dungeon or like is a little bit more advantageous than longer tail. Oh my god, fucking hell, these guys shoot so fast that I literally don't know how to dodge these guys. I literally don't know how to do anything against them. Yeah, they're like crazy. The only way I know how to beat them on this difficulty here is, I mean, I guess they only appear on this difficulty, or mostly appear on this difficulty. Yeah, this is like basically a nightmare. I think actually this is an interesting point to make, is that the start of the game can be a bit disproportionately hard on this difficulty, because these rooms here are like very full of enemies, and later on you will probably not need you want to have a lot of rooms like this. So it's kind of weird. It's like they really made this start here very hard for I don't know what reason. Yeah, so I guess freeze also slows down the projectiles. It's kind of weird. Yeah, this is when you get a level up, you get this container. It's kind of cute. It floats around and just gives you like the skulls to give you a perk. And let's go for the jump. I like how it always demonstrates when you take something, you always get a quick demo of what it's going to look like. So this is like Gamblog. Gamblog, I think, is a gambling thing. Oh shit. Second from the... Yeah, I think it's here. I'm not sure. This is when it's hard to track for me. Ah, nice. Okay. I think it's trackable. It's just like a weird system. Yeah, also you have additional drops. So this one looks good, right? It has like double the the damage. And I could just take it, right? And you will be surprised that it might be complete garbage, right? This is what I mean by it's kind of hard to tell how good a weapon is. Could be amazing, by the way. I have no idea. Oh, it doesn't consume too much ammo either. This seems like a really good weapon. Usually, when do I get invested into runs? When I get really good synergies or like a really good weapon, and I just want to keep it because it's fun to use. Yeah, this is quite a good weapon. The energy, like the ammo consumption is very... Ooh, now I'm invested. This is like the 50% against 50% against bosses is like crazy good. Like, because the bosses are honestly, I don't know why, but I'm having such a hard time no-hitting them, and they do a fuck ton of damage too. It's pretty good later on too. Yeah. No. What I want to do here. I want to probably heal up, but I think I can. Did I miss something? I don't know. Let's try the... yeah, we could get another spirit. I think it's worth it. The boss is going to be... I say Spirit Heart. It has a different name here. It's basically Spirit Heart from Isaac. So the game has a little bit of a tutorialization issue, I would say, because it doesn't really explain what things are. I didn't see any encyclopedia wiki in game or whatever where you can look stuff up. So there is a tutorial, but I think it doesn't mention them. I can't remember because there are a lot of small details which you know from Isaac, and they just like kind of assume you know how it works, and you can figure it out on your own. But since I don't think the game has a lot of like information out there on the internet because it's like wildly unknown, right? It's a very niche game. Unfortunately, I think it's very good. It's one of the best roguelite twin-stick shooters out there. I think very good, and I mean, not perfect, but it's really fun. It also has co-op local at least. Never played it. Didn't ask my girlfriend to play it with me yet because we're playing another Twinstick. But yeah, it seems very competently made. So I would assume that should really work. And yeah, now you're gonna see what I mean basically. So this is gonna be a real pain in the ass to defeat this guy here. Yeah, you can see my damage is like insane. Thank God, because otherwise it's cool. Yeah, you can see he's moving around pretty quickly, and the camera is so close, so you can't really see him at distance. But just there's a class that's very much relying on long range, and I think it doesn't really work because you can't see far enough. Yeah, so you can actually dodge him right when he does the charge up stuff. He has like an animation before that. I don't know why they're kind of inconsistent, right? Because they have this animation, but they also have like the exclamation mark on some attacks. So it's like unreliable. Some attacks have an exclamation mark, others don't. So you can't really rely on that. And especially after playing Zone Zero, where they have like an animation and also the indicator. I mean, for most attacks, I guess. Yeah, not for all of them either. Yeah, it's kind of weird. So you can't really rely on that too much. That's a 20% evade for projectiles, because you usually die to melee enemies more than projectiles, but this one seems pretty... 20% evade is kind of... Okay, Now we can finish balance. Oh my god, that's what I mean, man. You can just go in here and get fucked. And the reason why I love freeze is because it is literally a few seconds just to clear this room, right? Just imagine everyone firing at me the moment I come to the room. This is such a pain, right? Such a pain in the ass. I'm trying to clear the right side first so we have like a little bit of a home base for the left side. And you can see, right, they do have a lot of HP for the amount of enemies there is. Great if you want to. Nothing that costs mana here. You know, air dash. I never took this one, but the others are so garbage that I don't want to take. I mean, not garbage. I just don't like. Yeah, now our ammo's empty and we have the gun here. And as soon as your ammo's empty and you have to do a shitty weapon, you're gonna see how long it takes to build stuff. And this one isn't even really shitty. So yeah, in a way, I'm avoiding the shitty weapons anyway, so I learned which ones they are. And maybe I'm just bad with them, I don't know. Some of them seem a little bit unbalanced, just from an ammo perspective. Really. You can see like it takes a long while, and the game also has a significant amount of additional enemies here, so you know, it's like that's what I meant by the early stages do have a very large amount of enemies here. You have 2 seconds of invulnerability on hitting an enemy every 5 seconds. Oh yeah, that's a good punch. Okay. Yeah, and what I also like about the game is actually, you know, just how enemies die and like the effects and everything just feels great. But what also feels great is that enemies can, you know, get destroyed into smaller enemies. And everybody has like a chance to do so. So it's like, you know, it's not always the same. But it feels like, you know, an organic way to, you know, make enemies a bit more tanky without it feeling annoying. Because like, it's literally in phases. So the rapid gun has more, yes, but look at the fucking ammo consumption on this one. I mean, it's quite the same. Okay, we're just gonna use it. See, that's what I mean. Sunny, it has 207. Why did the FPS? See what I mean? Like 267, and I take it. Sunny's 205. Who are you kidding? Right? I don't really know what the DPS are. Why are they lower when I pick up the weapon? I literally don't know. So you have jump fields, right? That's what I meant by you have like this verticality, which is not that relevant for my character here, but other characters can jump really high and basically almost fly sometimes. That's kind of nice. Okay, first level done. Dropship's gonna get us to the next level here. As far as I know, the levels are not randomized. I mean, the levels are randomized, but not the order of levels is randomized. There's just like one word that inverts the first 3 levels. So yeah. Also like to take 3 weapon slots, which is the global maximum. Yeah, so now we have the ability to make something really good too. It's gonna be quite the ammo consuming weapon. I don't know if we made the right call by. Yeah, the DPS aren't insane either. It's gonna be quite interesting. Yeah, ammo is really. And then, you know, that's in my book, that's a design problem many games have. Like, every game basically that has guns, different types, for whatever reason, struggles heavily to balance out ammunition. I actually don't know what it is about it, right? Why not? Yeah, I don't know what it is. What exactly makes the balance of that so difficult, right? Is it the idea that some ones are just insanely broken and you shouldn't be able to use them for a longer period of time? Or I actually don't know what exactly the thoughts are of people that make these decisions, because in my book, a weapon that doesn't have enough ammo is garbage, right? It's just gonna end up doing nothing for me most of the time. You're gonna see this weapon's gonna run out of ammo just in a moment here. And yeah, it's gone, right? So I'm not going to be doing anything. I mean, Boney's pretty good, actually. Boney's actually better than my main weapon. So here I'm going to wait for the freeze to kick in, because just going over here without freeze is pretty suboptimal. Yeah, and I think you have iframes while dashing. It's just an assumption the game never actually, I think it doesn't tell you. Maybe the tutorial does. How well it is. Alright, these small bitches. You know how tanky these fuckers are? Yeah, freeze just really helps with like the... Nice. Okay, we're full ammo again. Yeah, the character has like additional ammo, but you know, here you have to TP up here. In my opinion, a nice idea. The execution is kind of scuffed sometimes, because you can see you jump when you are not allowed to be somewhere, right? The character starts to jump like this to give you the access to other areas, which is kind of nice. But this one here, for example, it usually drops down, and it's really hard to reach for no reason. Ooh, plus 40% ammo pickups. That could make it more viable. Another chest. Bonus chest. Oh, the Hellball. Yeah, the Hellball is way better. So, goodbye. Goodbye this weapon. Yeah, the heal on money pickup is any good. I think it's almost a little bit imbalanced. But yeah, in general, the passive skill tree, the balance is not optimal. I think a lot of skills are really useless and others are really good comparatively, and you have to select one over the other. So kind of more like a you know, IQ check if you're able to find the OP one. And I don't think it should be like that. Everything should have merit. If you only have like a limited amount of skills, if you have a huge amount of skills, you can go get away by not all of them being great. If you only have a very select amount of skills and you have to select between them, then they should definitely quite equal. This is amazing. This is like super good. So now we should be set on HP here. I could go for the boss right away, but I really like being at my maximum strength for him. So we do have a lot of HP, but I'm just banking on not dying. This weapon here basically is like this ball, and I think when I miss an enemy, what's gonna happen is, yeah, it's gonna do this. Or when it kills it, I don't actually know when it kills it. I think when it kills it, an enemy, it does like this weird thing. Right, is it when it kills it or when it lands? So when it lands, it does this. So when it kills an enemy, it lands, and then it does this funny AoE effect. Which is, it's kind of fun, right? It's like a cool weapon. It has a really high DPS too, and is very ammo efficient. In general, I think like slower shooting weapons are more ammo efficient. I guess every shot counts or something, but I don't know. It just feels bad having fast weapons in games be empty so quickly. Yeah, even if you don't miss a single shot, you're gonna be really ammo intense. Yeah, these guys are crazy, but you can just like, that's cool, right? He's melee, he can't get here. So I'm basically safe over here. As you can see, he has a fuck ton of HP. Kind of nice that we're safe here. And the good thing is also you are basically choosing how many you want to fight at once by not killing the initial enemy, basically. Yeah, their HP pool is pretty stupid, honestly. They're also quicker than you, so if you can't like, I guess, cheese them, you know, it's going to be really hard to deal with them. Third heart right here. The ammo is also full again, so yeah, you also get more ammo for them. I don't know, it's just kind of just weird how ammo balance works in these games. These enemies are kind of 8. Yeah, I just like perma freeze. It doesn't matter when I do it. I just do it whenever I can to avoid every single hit I can. These guys are pretty strong, and obviously you can probably tell that they're inspired by Doom, like you know, Doom and Max Payne. Doom, Duke Nukem, Isaac. I mean, even Pokemon is like, there's literally a Pikachu sticker that drops on the ground sometimes, just as a fluffy Easter egg. Yeah, I think you can tell these guys really like retro video games. They're also a modern one. I guess there's also modern stuff, but they definitely also played game quite a while ago. Oh, there is a big update for No Rest for the Wicked that I completely forgot. There's like a roguelite Crucible update. I actually watched the dev interview with Co Carnage, And it was very interesting because they seem like a team that is very competent. I think their leader is quite competent. A few red flags, you know, as always, you know, a few things I disagree on. But in general, I like the vision behind it, and I like how they approach it. So I think it's gonna end up being a very good and fun game. As a result, I do think they are you know, they're over, I guess, over engineering, or like overthinking, not overthinking, like thinking too hard about a solution for very simple problems, like not oversimplifying, but the opposite, right? And they're making problems harder than they should be for themselves. And yeah, this is good for the Hunter's Trap. Yeah, I think that's a thing that happens sometimes, right? They have a problem with the timer, and I think there are a lot of easy solutions to make everyone happy with it, but they kind of are very, very persistent about like not removing them in their current form, and I think that's a mistake, right? You wanna have the timers implemented in a way that's fun to people and not feels like unfun. As soon as it feels unfun, it is unfun, right? It doesn't matter if your intentions are good. If your implementation of a feature isn't fun, the feature can have the best idea. And I guess he also realized that by saying like, you can have flawed ideas and you can have flawed executions. And I think at the moment they have a flawed execution, and the idea inherently is not flawed, but I think it could be way easier by just using them. But if they don't want to do that, there are easy solutions, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna find them. And oh, we didn't go to the shop just right. We have 30 goals, so that get any want here. This one's pretty good, not gonna lie. Ooh, this one's insane too. Yeah, this one's insane. It's like a second life basically. Yeah, really nice. Nothing else here piques my interest though. Yeah, also been watching a lot of Twitch. Oh, the new mobile app. I didn't talk about it yet. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. It is complete garbage. I mean, at least when you're on a stream, it works the way it did before. So that's great. At least they didn't fuck up that one. But the homepage, the landing page, and the way you browse your followed streamers is a nightmare. It's like the worst shit ever. I have no idea who passed that shit. I'd fire that guy. If I was in charge of Twitch and I didn't know about the UI update for whatever reason, or I didn't try it yet in this form, and I would see this, I would find the people responsible and just fire them, like instantly. I wouldn't even discuss it. I would say literally fuck off, right? Whoever made the decision and caused this to be made should get fired instantly, like literally instantly. There's no discussion. I'm sorry for the guy if you're gonna lose your job because of this, but honestly, you shouldn't have this job. I'm sorry. There are a billion people out there that probably are better. Not a billion. Probably a million people out there that are better at this job than you. So, yeah, fuck that, man. Honestly, whoever made the call there, I mean, it doesn't even have to be a designer, right? It usually has to be a manager or something that make it more like TikTok, make it more like YouTube Shorts, make it more like, you know, just some fucking moron. Just the guy, you know, maybe, and even the CEO, fire the fucking CEO. Where's the board of directive when you need him? No, but seriously, it's so terrible. If they don't roll this back, I don't know how most people are going to interface with this app. It's just like garbage. Just like if you probably, you know, probably tried it, just swipe a little bit. I got so many like weird streamer recommendations in a short amount of time. Like, I mean, I do follow some VTubers. I do follow Amaranth, you know, just like, because first of all, I like ASMR. I also watch like a German ASMR guy, like called ASMR Zeitgeist. And, you know, I like ASMR no matter if it's a man or whatever. I just like it, right? So that's why I mostly follow her. And also, you know, she's a nice person, I think, for the most part. And, you know, it's like just sometimes casual hanging out. And then obviously there's like, he does like the hot tub stuff and whatever. So there is like a precedent. What I'm trying to tell you is basically my account has views on hot tub content because of her. And also has views on, what else was it? Yeah, VTubers too. For example, Shy Lily, whatever, and Iron Mouse, whatever. So yeah, there is like a precedent for that. It's not like the stuff I predominantly watch, but there is precedent. So I don't know if I see it because of that when I scroll, because I do think it's like kind of influenced by your preferences. But the amount of that content is what is, you know, weird too. Because I watch maybe 95% quote unquote normie stream, right? Just like non-hot top, non-VTuber, just like normie stuff. And the weird thing is that it almost like 50% is non-normie stuff that gets recommended to me. That's just like so weird to me, because I don't know if it's like because of my account or if it's just like for everyone like that. But that's gonna be really, really off-putting to people that just want to watch games, getting all this weird stuff there. Yeah, it's just kind of weird. And I mean, I guess, you know, as a content creator, you could say like, yeah, you know, finally you can get recommended to people that are actually, you know, maybe you get more views because now, you know, it's like a bit more like TikTok and you get like random shit shown. But the reality is we're on Twitch, right? It's not TikTok. I mean, yeah, you can do stream hopping, whatever, but usually people here care about the community, about the guy they're watching. It's not about clip farming. If you want to watch a clip of Twitch, you're usually going to end up on another platform anyway, right? You're going to watch it on TikTok, YouTube, wherever you want, right? Instagram, whatever. You can watch it wherever the fuck you want, but you're not going to watch it on Twitch usually. And I guess that's what they wanted to go for. They want to give it like a place for the clips. And I guess for the clips, it makes sense, right? Just adding like a clip section. But for the streamer themselves, people usually are very, very much drawn to, I guess, a few, you know, streamers they like, and they come back, and it's like community building. And the entire way the app now is basically anti-community building and watching the same streamers regularly, which is like terrible for them, because they might get more viewers, but most money, the most money people make on Twitch is via, you know, like good community members, like people that subscribe, people that give gifted donations. They're like, you know, they're just there, maybe even give donations with bits and whatever, just like part of the community. Almost nobody comes into a stream and gives you money if they're not part of the community, right? And by the way, just aside, I don't make money off Twitch. The overall payout of Twitch is insignificant in any relation to what I've ever spent in my life. So it's like really, really irrelevant. So I'm not speaking from a perspective of someone that makes money, right? I have no idea how it will impact these people from a monetary perspective, but I do kind of feel like it might lead to short-term visibility, but I don't know if the long-term community growth is going to be better or not. And that's also a little bit the part with like the TikTok and YouTube multi-streaming, just like the, you know, like the diversification of your streaming pool doesn't really lead to a unified community that much. It just leads to more visibility, but at the end, you know, you want to kind of unify your community. Yeah, and also there's a new video of Kurzgesagt in a nutshell. You know, they make some like quite scientifically inspired videos, like simplified strongly to make it understandable to everyone with nice like cartoonish animations. And they talked a little bit about free will and determinism. And I do not like how the video was made from a visual perspective, because like highly suggests like people that believe in determinisms are down and like doomers or like negative, and people that believe in free will are positive. I think that is not true. You can definitely not believe in free will and still enjoy yourself, have like a good moral system. I actually think even determinism can help you with morals way better than like believing in free will, because if someone does something really bad, someone that believes in free will always hold the person accountable and will never look for the reasons they did it, right? And I think like from a deterministic point of view, you never hold anyone accountable for any action, which you will still help, you know, hold people accountable, obviously. You know, you want to protect yourself, but in a way it still is a very positive outlook if you can manage it. And I guess what we currently have is the worst case, I guess, like the admittance that people you know, have free will. That's the assumption, basically. We have free will and we are accountable, but the reality is we don't have free will. So we don't have free will, but we are held accountable for our actions by society, which is kind of sucks, right? Because you I mean, you do want to hold people accountable in general, so it doesn't really matter if it exists or not, but it's kind of still feels bad, right? You're doing something people don't like. It might not even be harmful to them, and you know, you're being held accountable like you did this in the first place. Yeah, so it's kind of, you know, it is not a get out of jail free card. By the way, not having free will has no significant implications to your life. So it should not have, right? If you ever end up being in a situation that is like, yeah, I don't have free will, so I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I think I want to do, and I'm gonna ignore all the logic and everything and good signs there are to not do something, it's definitely on you, right? I mean, obviously, if you decide to do that, it's not on you, obviously, right? So you could say, yeah, sure, get out a free card, but the reality is you should take it to heart and just like, even if you're not don't have free will, you should still try to make the best out of the world. And you know, suffering is real. Free will might not be real, but suffering definitely. Try to avoid unnecessary suffering, both for yourself and others. And yeah, and then I didn't like the video because of the like a bit biased way it was presented, and also the flawed logic from the counter argument side. Yeah, it was like they argue with emergent properties, but the thing is, and I think like the comment section of kurz gesagt in a nutshell is pretty smart, because most of the people were definitely team no free will, and they were also kind of upset about how the video, you know, portrayed them. And I think like yeah, the core takeaway they had is like emergent properties, and that we can't explain emergent properties by different layers, but that's not true, right? It's just like our limited capacity intelligence limiting out there us there. We're just too stupid to see the correlation between quantum mechanics and societal impact of your psyche. There definitely isn't a correlation between these things. Obviously the layers can be abstracted between them, but even if you just ignore them and just take the social layer and your psychological layer at face value, even then it's literally impossible to believe in people if you have any sense of logic. But you know, it is what it is, and it is very, very unfortunate that they made this video biased in a way while trying to seem unbiased, right? The video talks about how they're trying to represent both perspectives as best as they can, but the reality is they just literally use the visual tool which does the exact opposite by biasing people from a visual perspective. But if we're not going forward here, just wanted to quickly touch on that subject. That is terrible. I don't need mana cost reduction. I'm gonna take my meta progression and the monies. Thank you. Yeah, this is like an additional bonus dungeon you get sometimes. Ooh, this is interesting. I mean, I'm not gonna take it, but I can't because I didn't buy it. Nah, minus 10 max HP is too much for this. Like, we have to be low HP and then tone. This doesn't make sense. I also like that you can't go back into these rooms, so it's like a one-time decision. And the reason why you might say, yeah, but it adds, you know, it removes options from you. That's true, but it also removes a fuck ton of backtracking. So the game does a fantastic job, in my opinion, in limiting player choice for the sake of, you know, game flow, which a lot of roguelites don't really do. Yeah, and also I'm like casually playing watching Nikke off stream, but holy shit, the loading times, man, I just can't with that. It's so hard for me to seriously get invested into Nikke, like Goddess Victory Nikke, at any point, because every time I want to play it, it's like I'm waiting more than I'm literally watching. I'm not playing, I'm playing on auto wait, but I'm literally waiting more for the game to do anything, and I don't know, man, the loading times are like 10x off. Like literally, what the fuck are you doing? I know, what the fuck is good? Like, it's so bad. It is so bad. Yeah, I'm just gonna scrap this guy here. Okay, that's a little bit of an aside here. I don't even know how we got there, but yeah. Oh yeah, because we thought about playing a little bit of No Rest for the Wicked, which is probably gonna be a very, very fun game. Yes, we have a global limit. Pretty. Mana region is kind of unnecessary, I think. Work here. Jump weapon on you. Oh, that's. Wait, why did it say it is actually alien tech? I actually don't know. Fuck it. Just take the meta progression currency. Yeah, I'm like the meta progression currency guy first, because it's gonna make every single one afterwards, you know, better. But I'm not gonna scrap everything, right? I want to have like a middle ground between still enjoying myself in a run, right, and getting stronger, but not taking the complete garbage items just for the 1%, you know, bonus they might give me. I'd rather take aggression there. Oh my god, are you? Okay, fuck off, man. I mean, thanks for all. Yeah, just watching Twitch is such a pain on the mobile app now. Just like swapping screens is like really annoying. Oh, hey Apricorn, and thanks for the 15-month resubscription. Soon it's time for you to go into kindergarten. You're still in the kita. If your parents put you there. Is that a? I don't know. I can see this small again on my smartphone. Is that an? Is it a deer? I can't really see it from here. It's brown and has ears. I think it's maybe a hamster. Actually, can't see it well enough. No, I think it's a code in the background. I use a third-party Twitch app. I use one on iOS too. What is the name of the app? Because I might really strongly consider swapping it. I might even consider can you also moderate your chat there? Is it like also for streaming or only for consuming? Because like actually for streaming would be maybe also nice, because this one is also complete garbage. The UI is fucking terrible. Like 50% of the screen is cluttered with useless shit, and yeah, and even the font, like the text field is narrow and doesn't need to be that narrow. It's kind of weird. Yeah, and otherwise, how have you been? It's been a while here. Like grandma's funeral, then it got hot, then I got sick again, and thinking about it, yeah, just like also injured my leg, and I don't know, you know, just like a little bit of stuff going on here, but otherwise I'm fine, right? Like my leg's fine again, just, but you know, just like was a bit of time of mourning, and just, you know, a little bit of a downtime basically, combined with the heat. It's called Frosty. I know there are really good ones for Android too. It also use 70V emotes, etc. Yeah, never in my life have I used 70 capable app, or not even on PC. I don't even have a plugin for it. So yeah, the lag was really unfortunate. I don't even know, did I already talk about that? I don't know how long I didn't stream actually. Yeah, when I basically bouldered, I fell, and they kind of didn't maintain the mats properly, and the section that should tie the mats together, basically there was no mat, and I basically fell with my heel between that, and I kind of super stretched my hip, because my foot was basically on the mat but my heel wasn't, and like really, you know, like pushed down from dropping directly there. So if I wanted to, I could actually sue them for that, but since I do want to continue bouldering there and I like the people that are there, you know, I just hope there's no long term. There's a little bit of pain still, but it's not like a lot, so I really hope it goes away over time. If there's no long-term damage, whatever. But it's kind of, yeah, it's not my fault basically, and it's kind of annoying to get injured, especially the day, you know, I came in and there was another person that was like, and just a reminder, bouldering is pretty safe if you're like careful, right? And then in my 15 years I never injured myself seriously, like a little bit of scratches here and there and some stuff like that, little bumps, or you know, but yeah, basically we came there and there was already a person, not at the same match, right? The person probably injured themselves because of a mistake or something. It was like being carried out by emergency, like medical doctors and stuff like that. So there was an ambulance in front of it and everything. And I was like super careful, because it was like, oh yeah, I don't want to injure myself today. I'm gonna be super careful. And then I did the mat is broken, and I literally couldn't do anything against it. Yeah, that was so unfortunate, man. On a day where there was already an emergency and I was so careful, and I couldn't even walk back. I really had to, you know, my girlfriend had to take the car all the way outside, because it was bouldering outside. And I had to take it's like a stick with brush, you know, like a brush at the end to remove the chalk, and I had to use that as a cane to get back to the car, and I couldn't walk like at all. That was really fucking annoying. But yeah, you know, and yeah, always doubt other people's work and be careful about that too, because I really thought yeah, I didn't think it would be a problem, right? I didn't think there was like a problem like that, because it looks like it's safe, right? But it is not safe because all the stitches went out and I didn't know. But yeah, that was really annoying actually. And they're gonna fix it this Monday, and they kind of temporarily fixed it, but still it's fucking annoying. I hate getting injured if it's not my fault, because you know, if I do make a mistake I can live with it, but if other people make a mistake, I mean, usually okay, you can blame yourself, you can work on yourself, blah blah, sure, I guess you can also live with that, but it's kind of really annoying if it's like such a stupid mistake from on the parts of others. It's not even a mistake, it's more like, you know, necklace ends. I can actually talk. And you can also moderate with the app, that's pretty nice. And you would be a rich man if that happened in the US. Yeah, I guess, you know, you could definitely hold them accountable there, for sure. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, it is definitely something they should avoid in the future, which is, yeah, it is such a rookie mistake too. Like the mats have to be secure, you know, the holes should be rather secure, but they can always break, right? It's like never break, but when they break, it's usually also the fault of them. But definitely the mat, they have to, there can't be a hole in between them that you can't see. That's like so dangerous. Like, yeah, if you ever bullet outside with a crash pad and you slightly missed the crash pad, you quickly get reminded of how hard actually the ground is, right? It's like super hard. You can injure yourself so badly there. Yeah, no, it's really, you can also break your ankle, whatever. Like, no, it's such a bad idea of them to not have prevented that from happening. So yeah, it's kind of a bummer, honestly. But I hope it's not, you know, as long as no long-term damage, that's fine. Yeah, it's been what has it been like? I guess it's been over 2 weeks already. Maybe almost 3 weeks. But you know, since it was pretty severe injury, I guess it's normal that it's not going to heal up right away. But yeah, I just hope it's not something I'm going to have to worry about in a year or so. Yeah, they would. Yeah, maybe they would have given me €1,000 or something, right? Like, even if you get heavily injured, you're not gonna get a lot. Like, this is a joke injury. Get like maybe 4K, 5K or something. Yeah, it's like kind of fucking stupid, to be honest, because if you fuck up, you should be held accountable to some degree at least. I mean, it doesn't have to be ruining whatever. Oh, and Intel, by the way, is like firing 50% of their workforce and their employees. And they also fucked up with the CPU. Like, my CPU issue is now not only my CPU issue, because everyone else also has it now. Basically, Hogwarts Legacy teleported the CPU issue into the future, right? Every time the PC crashed because of the shader compilation, we degraded our CPU faster. We basically did like a super stress test into the future, for the worst case of the CPU, completely destroying it in the process, and we basically had a glimpse of the future that everyone's gonna have with their CPUs. Yeah, have fun. By the way, it's not only the high-end ones, also the low-end ones are affected, and they're just like slower at degrading, right? But they are degrading. Every single 13th and 14th gen Intel CPU is degrading. So they're fucked, right? And their stock took, I think, almost 40 or 30% dump to this today, because they have also like significant losses, I guess. Didn't they lose like 1.4 billion or something? Yeah. Yeah, and you're super up to date with the issue. The Intel thing is crazy, and they are refusing RMA recall too. Like, yeah, they are still selling it, right? They are still selling the CPUs. That's what really is mind-blowing. I mean, they could at least halt the sales until the August update will fix, quote-unquote, like the voltage situation. But it doesn't really. By the way, the fix is not going to fix your CPU. If it's already fucked, it's fucked, right? It's not going to unfuck it. It's just going to prevent probably future fucking, right? So since mine is already unstable, my new one, it has been from day one already. My old one is completely fucked. I'm also going to be returning this one, right? And what I'm going to do here is probably, honestly, say fuck it. I'm going to get a new mainboard and go for AMD, because I don't want to deal with this shit anymore. Fuck you. No, I actually don't know. I'm going to try maybe to get the RMA one, and then basically what I'm going to do is basically apply the fix right away and hope it doesn't go haywire within the next few years, because I would have to buy AMD anyway. So I don't know, it's so fucking annoying. And AMD, by the way, also maybe the same manufacturing issue, I don't know, but they also have like delayed and partially halted their rollout of Ryzen 9, I think it is. I don't know the numbers exactly. The newest Ryzen, basically, because it also has some manufacturing issues. Maybe it's the same thing as Intel had, or some similar issue, and they just want to avoid the same shit show. Especially with the slogan also, right? The slogan was, you won't get fired for buying Intel. Like their business, like their, you know, business slogan for business partners. And yeah, like non-consumer products, right? And like the slogan is literally, because like, historically they're right, because there has been maybe one CPU generation that it was like unstable, but for years, like decades plus, it has been super stable, right? Like it's like one of the the lowest failure rates ever, right? So it was like every time you had an issue, which I also struggled so hard finding the issue, because usually you don't think about like the CPU, right? You don't think like, oh yeah, my CPU is fucked. You think everything else is fucked. The CPU is the last thing you think of, which the way that the troubleshooting was so ass. It seemed like the GPU first, but then I was so dog shit, right? And yeah, that's why they're like also like their corporate, clients are going to be really annoyed, right? The big clients are going to be annoyed this time, because like they have servers with like 90% audit rate when they have like a consumer grade CPU cluster in it. Like that's like terrible, right? 90% failure rate is like literally a joke. And yeah, and the fix isn't even guaranteed to actually work. Yeah, that's also true, right? We don't even know if it's gonna work, right? So it's like there's something they're hoping it's gonna happen. At least they want to extend the warranty, but which doesn't really change anything in the EU, like to 2 years, I think. Because like in the US, it's like it's way shorter, but like 2 years is nothing, right? You're not gonna buy a CPU for 2 years. It's like a fucking joke. So yeah, they're like they really have a big issue, and it's not easily solvable either. They don't just magically have a fixed CPU they can give you, right? And you also are tied to your main board, so you're tied to the platform, and you will have to buy a new main board if you want to go for AMD. So even a refund is not going to help you completely. So what are you gonna do, right? It's a big loss in trust in Intel here, and yeah, it's a big L. I mean, at least you can assume it's not going to happen again, but that's the same thing we thought when they had this security breach issue, right? There was like the security area issue, and everyone was like, yeah, they're not gonna fuck up that big again, right? Well, it seems like Intel is prone to fucking up big time. So don't know what that means for the future when I want to build a PC. Will I ever consider Intel again? Let's see what the next generation brings, right? If the next generation has the same flaw and they sell it, that would be mind-blowing. I couldn't fathom it. That would be the end of Intel, right? Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, no, shame on you, right? Okay, fool me twice, shame on me, I guess. And so next time I wouldn't buy it again, right? Next time I would definitely say fuck off Intel for the next 10 years. So they have one more chance at redemption, and yeah, that would be it, right? One more chance at redemption. If the next CPU is shit, I'm out of here, right? It's like the same thing I did with AMD graphics card back in the day. I just like, oh no, I can't be bothered. This is too dog shit. I just can't, right? And yeah, they delayed it because they labeled the CPUs wrong. Really? That's the reason? Oh, really? Oh, that's like a really dumb reason, but better than the other one. Oh, I didn't hear the delay reason for now, because I mean, I haven't followed up on that. And sorry, but AMD runs cooler and it's great, goated for gaming, especially the X3D version of their chips. I don't fuck with Intel. Thankfully, I listened to my gut feeling. I mean, my last CPU was an AMD, right? And it had so many RAM stability issues that I was kind of annoyed by it, which is why I kind of went with Intel, because I thought like, yeah, fuck it, at least it's gonna be stable. I'll see what I got for that one. And also the 13900K had the highest single threaded performance at the time when it came out, so it was like quote unquote in most games the fastest CPU at the time. But then again, obviously the X3D whatever came out, the newer version, also better there. So yeah, no, definitely, especially if you have like the 5800 X3D, that's really good. And yeah, that's true. Did I never remove this one actually? Wait, did I never remove the legacy review? Wait. I should have removed that one. Did I forget about it? Ah man, I'm never gonna touch that game again though, because of Intel. Because I mean, not because of Intel. As long as I have this CPU, I'm not gonna touch that shit, man. The game literally destroyed my CPU within hours. So I'm never gonna touch this one. Yeah, so it's kind of dead for me, unfortunately. But that's not Hogwarts' fault. That's Intel's fault, obviously. Yeah, but literally, I'm not gonna touch it. I'm not gonna risk my CPU again. It's still negative. Oh, really? I can't. I can't. Oh, yeah, I can't smiley. Okay, I'm gonna edit it. I'm not gonna rate it at all, so I'm just gonna delete the review. Yeah, I'm not gonna recommend it either because I didn't play it. I'm just gonna delete the review. Okay, so yeah, that's really unfortunate. See, that's unfortunate because the first game's getting caught by such a severe hardware issues, and everything else was working fine. It's just like it's like really unfortunate for them, right? It's really unfortunate because they get the flag they don't deserve. Obviously, Intel was at fault, and just because I played like a billion games before that didn't have an issue, I thought like, yeah, it's gonna be obviously my PC's fine, right? That's what I thought. But little did I know. Yeah, so my bad, Hogwarts Legacy. Just call it the temporary transphobic minus, I guess. No, I'm joking. It's like, just take it as an, no, I'm sorry. Yeah. I shouldn't have deleted it a long time ago. I completely forgot about that, actually. Yeah, thanks for reminding me. Yeah, that's true. Usually I would never, if that was really Hogwarts Legacy fault, right, I would never give it a positive review again. But obviously, maybe, you know what, I should give it a positive review for a while at least that says I'm sorry for the negative review. It was Intel. Wait, I am sorry it was Intel's fault the game didn't work. So here you get, here you go. This review will remain positive at least until I played the game on a new PC. Okay, I'm just gonna recommend it as a compensation, right? It's like I know it's not gonna help them with the initial stuff, but here you go. Okay, so this is fair, right? This is fair. Yeah, I should obviously do that. It's getting warm inside here. It's getting warm. It's like so annoying too. Like the isolation here is so terrible that no matter what you do, if you turn off the AC, you're gonna be back at outside temperature in no time. At least you're not above it, but it's still you're gonna reach it pretty quickly again. Yeah, the tree doesn't keep the heat inside. Repulsive spear. Double shot only at full HP. That's actually really good. Ooh. Oh, that is terrible. And we are struggling with bosses. Using this one is like saying goodbye run. If it's at all enemy HP, that would have been crazy good. But yeah, we're gonna go for this one. And yeah, you know, yeah, I'm sorry, the Hogwarts Legacy. I really would have loved to play your game. It looked really fun. I guess I also had issues with the game. Obviously, like it was a bit buggy, and there were like sections where like the tutorial section, the one was like kind of ass because the targeting system was kind of broken. But I would assume they fixed that by now. And if they didn't, whatever. Right? But the reason why I gave it a negative review was definitely not that, but it was definitely the fact that it was fucked because of Intel. Yeah, but by the way, Horizon still didn't fix the stuttering, so I have no idea if we're ever gonna play Horizon. So what is the streaming plan? Right, this is just today. The Doomsday Hunters is a little bit of a, you know, just talk about random shit and get back and show you what I played basically off stream. and I mean, at least one of the games. And yeah, the plan definitely is fucking finish Alan Wake 2. It's not a long game, man. One day and we're done with it, right? I like the game. The gameplay is fine. It's like not amazing or anything, but the story is really cool and the presentation's cool. So yeah, finishing Alan Wake 2 is like fucking finally finish it, right? And then we're gonna look for the next game. There are a few potential candidates, and one of them is for sure Kunitsugami. That's the one I think is the most likely. And obviously Horizon's waiting, Death Stranding is waiting, Tales of Arise is waiting, like a cool Metroidvania I did not, so like a Sekiro-like Metroidvania I wanted to play too, that's a bit more niche. And yeah, there's a fuck ton. There's also the only game I can guarantee you we're gonna play if it's not complete garbage is basically Wukong when it comes out. Oh wait, how do we? Maybe? Oh no, it has. Oh no, it works. This blocks shots, so this is like called the Sinatron. I have no idea where the Sinatron is, honestly. Oh, hallo. Ja, da? Wieso das? Was hast du denn geschrieben? Ja. Mhm. Hä? Okay. Oh. Huh? Ja, ja. Ja. Oh. Das heißt, du gehst dann gleich. Yeah, sorry, my girlfriend's backs. Just to quickly check. Nee, kein Ding. Ich hab nicht damit gerechnet, dass du schon wieder kommst. Aber ist doch gut, dass ihr... You were expecting it to be like a shooter, but the targeting system is like it flows from person to person. Yeah, but also something was bugged about it, right? There was definitely something that was clearly bugged. It didn't do what you wanted it to do. Yeah, I was hoping for it to be a shooter, but even the auto-targeting system was kind of bugged. I don't remember the specifics. I guess I would rewatch the stream. I'm pretty sure I made it quite clear there. There was like a real issue, right? It was not a preference thing. It was literally a bug. Yeah, somehow that yeah, the tutorial fight was bugged. And also, a friend of mine that played the game then confirmed that after playing for almost the entire game, there definitely were issues with the targeting system because he played the launch version back then. So there was something wrong, but I can't remember the detail. Too long ago. Yeah, but I also hoped it was like an FPS, third-person shooter. Sure, which it wasn't. Yeah, come on, $5 for saving my life would be quite nice. Yeah, activate this one. It wasn't bugged, you wanted it to focus on a person, you wanted to focus it, but it kept switching targets when the other one was hit, and you were mad about it. Yeah, but didn't they fix that? There was something that shouldn't have worked the way it did, and if it was not a bug, then it was terrible design. So it's still the same. I'm not 100% sure because I didn't play it since then, but I'm not sure. If I revisit it and I still have the problem, you know it's the same, right? I will always have the problem in that section. So if we do that section again in maybe a year or so when I have the new PC, then I'm gonna tell you if it's actually design fuck or a bug, because I can remember reading a patch note about they changing that, but maybe I misremember. So I actually don't know. But when we play it again, I'll let you know if I think it's like dog shit game design or actually was a bug and it has been fixed. Yeah, but I would have to revisit my video to actually know what I actually said back then. I can't remember. Yeah, so maybe it is by design, maybe it is a bug, but hopefully it was a bug, because it was like, I just remember it being really, really annoying and bad. It was only that tutorial section. Yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe I didn't vibe with it. I mean, I think I quite objectively didn't like it from a game design perspective, but I don't know if it was specifically the tutorial section, right, the start. So I actually have no idea if... Why is there a boss here? What the fuck is this room, actually? Nice. Yeah, I can't actually remember. It did feel bugged, right? It didn't feel like bad game design by memory, but it might have been design and it just felt like a bug. Maybe my brain couldn't comprehend that they designed it that way. I mean, that doesn't mean the game wouldn't have been fun to play. It would have just meant you would have gotten used to the aiming system. I mean, now I'm kind of curious though if it was like something they changed post-launch or not. Because I do remember reading a patch where they addressed the tutorial aiming section. But I think, actually, why I think it is a bug, by the way, is because I do remember, I mean, I think I remember at least, the human brains are remembering, I think I remember it being inconsistent, right? So it doing things it shouldn't have been doing. That usually happens when something is a bug and not a feature, right? If it's like inconsistent. But maybe I'm just misremembering the reasons for it being inconsistent. I just remember it didn't do the same thing every single time. But I'm really curious. I would have to rewatch that section and my argumentation, and also I would have to replay it. When I replay it, I can definitely tell you, right? But now at the moment, I'm not just like trying to remember what I exactly did in the game so long ago. For you, the memory is quite fresh, right? If you replayed the game 2 times, your grasp of the combat system is obviously way better. So you do know more about it, and I have no idea. Wait, it's not a great game, you think? Oh, es tut mir leid. Aber das ist doch gut dann morgen eigentlich. Ja. But, okay, you think it's... Yeah. Okay, so you think the game is mid, but it's carried by the IP. Really, you think so? Interesting. I wonder if I'll see it like that too, because I'm not the hugest Harry Potter fan in existence, as you might know. I'm just like neutral towards it, like Star Wars, whatever. It's like completely neutral. Even though I did have like I read it a little bit when I was a child, or whatever. But I never really. I thought it was a good book, right? But I didn't really hype it or anything. Like I'm in general very neutral when it comes to. There's not a lot of stuff that just gets me interested because of specific lore. I'm more the moment-to-moment guy. So maybe the game actually is... I mean, I think to this day the ray tracing implementation is garbage as far as I know. Yeah, right, it had like terrible ray tracing and the performance was like quite pathetic when it ran. But interesting that you think it's a mid game when you don't have... Interesting, because a lot of reviews I read and opinions I heard about the game was that it was an okay game, maybe? But maybe actually also my friend that played it also said it wasn't that good of a game. But it was a good Harry Potter game. I think he also said something along those lines. That's really, really interesting though. Yeah. That you would replay a mid game just to get the Harry Potter feel. By the way, Star Wars dead or something? Because like I watched a Linus Tech Tip video where they kind of that like Star Wars is a dying IP, and I mean I guess some degrees dying, not every, but every IP that's growing. And Yeah, so is Star Wars really dying at the moment? Because I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan, so I have no idea how the sentiment is in the Star Wars fan community. There's like Ubisoft's Star Wars games coming up pretty soon, and it would be kind of shitty for them if the hype is dead. I mean, they already butchered the Assassin's Creed. Oh my god, I still can't get over it. It's so fucking annoying, man. Why did they have to fuck up Assassin's Creed Japan? All I wanted is an Assassin's Creed Odyssey in Japan. That's all I fucking wanted. I didn't want a fucking new weird shitty approach to hybrid protagonist with different abilities and whatever. It's just I just like the mix of stealth. Like for example, Ghost of Tsushima, you can fight and you can stealth, or also Assassin's Creed Valhalla, whatever, you can just stealth and fight, right? It's like one feature. Why do I have to fucking play two characters? And yeah, I just wanted to mix it like in an organic way again. I mean, I guess it gives it a little bit of replayability, but then again, it's going to be so fucking long that nobody wants to replay. You're barely going to finish it once, so... story is really bad. The first 10 hours feel magical with the castle and stuff. Okay, so it's like the atmosphere. Then it goes downhill with 90% just empty open world. Really? Oh. Well, I didn't see any of that because I didn't play it far enough. It's caused by the Acolyte show that recently came out with lesbian space witches. Wait, that sounds like Gundam. That can create children with immaculate conception, and people did not like that. What is immaculate conception? Whatever that is. I thought the show was okay. The writing and acting was bad though. Like Jesus born to a virgin. Okay. And do they have any the force is with you explanation for it? So there must be some lore reasons they thought about it. Yeah, I mean, the weird thing is they kind of are really, I don't know why show writers are like that. Either it's like completely gay or it's like completely hetero, but it's kind of like the organic gayness here and there is like kind of hard, I guess. Right? They just like seem to overdo it or underdo it for whatever reason. And I mean, maybe that is because the creators are like obviously biased in a certain way. And I mean, if you're like a hetero guy, it's kind of hard to do organic gay stuff, I guess. And if you're a gay guy doing a show, it's kind of maybe hard to do organic subtle gay stuff. I don't know. So it's kind of weird, right? So it's kind of, we often end up with these shows that are like extremely biased towards, which I don't give a shit about actually. I don't mind. There are a ton of gay or non-gay characters. I'm okay with both worlds, right? But I just think it's kind of interesting that when a show is gay, it's like really gay, and if a show is not gay, it's usually super not gay. There's not a lot of shows that get like the mix, correct, quote unquote. I just make it feel like less super biased. They're like space witches that dabble in the force. Okay. Okay, Anakin. I have no idea about Star Wars. I know who Anakin is, but I have no idea what his background story is. So maybe I don't know who he is. The creator is a lesbian. See, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. The creator is a lesbian and plays the main role too. See, that's what I mean. If the creator is a lesbian, it's probably going to become ultra gay. And if the guy's hetero, it's going to be awkward gay, or it's going to be not gay at all. So I don't know. It's kind of really hard because you really would need to incorporate a lot of different writing perspectives. And usually these shows don't have like the diversest, I mean, a very balanced, I guess, writing cast. So yeah, and also then it's really difficult. It's not an easy problem to solve actually, because you need to have like equally participating people with a lot of neutral perspectives in a way. It's kind of hard. It's really hard. Yeah, that's why I think a lot of shows fail to make it feel natural and not weird. It's all, yeah, it's kind of weird. But then again, this sounds like a really weird situation with like chilling with that. Like, that's super weird. I mean, I don't care actually if it's well made. I don't care. It's just like the premise sounds like kind of a bit forced. Get it? The Star Wars forced. They had the Squid Game guy as Jedi Master. He was good. Oh, really? So they had a Korean Jedi Master. That's interesting. And you didn't mind that stuff too much. The writing was just bad, and the actress stiff as hell. Yeah, that's obviously if the writing's bad and the acting is bad. Yeah, I also don't care about that, right? If the premise is good, it can be weird, and if it's well executed, who cares? But it just often feels like they're just trying a bit too hard. I mean, I guess it's okay if you're like if you want to see something you would have liked to see in a movie and you never saw it before, you want to make it. Sure, fine. But always with big IPs, people. Pretty sensitive, weird shit. Although that doesn't sound too weird to me. I mean, it sounds pretty okay. But I guess maybe from the perspective of Star Wars lore, that poly monster on my back. See, that's what I mean. Isn't it great? I have a poly monster on my back now, and I don't know what it does. Isn't that great? I love items in roguelites. Actually, this game does a great job of explaining items usually, so it's very rare that you're left in the dark about an item. It's not like Isaac where you need a wiki to play the game if you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, Isaac, and also there is not a lot of negative synergies. So one of the reasons I actually don't like Isaac a lot and I don't recommend it to a lot of people these days is because Edmund Macmillan is a fucking bitch. No, I'm joking. He's a nice guy. No, Edmund Macmillan is fine. The reason why I don't recommend Isaac too much these days is actually because Isaac has a lot of negative synergy. So you can pick up an item that should be a reward, but it completely destroys your run, right? And that's like, haha, you didn't know that if you pick up XYZ when you have this, you're completely fucked. Oh, better luck next time. And then you go on the wiki and you're like, or you add like a mod that tells you what the items do and if it's bad or not, and then like why even bother, right? It's like it's like an interesting game, but it's also in a way very, very annoying to learn and feels like waste more of your time than it should do. The whole show only had minorities, no white people. The good old white minority. They went like full in and people were mad. It was weird seeing people make kind of racist comments and like that. Yeah, that's the problem, right? The thing is, if you do that and you're gonna play into the hands of racist people like that, because every time something is extremely annoying to the main public for whatever reason, right? Maybe it's bad or they just find it like kind of weird. Then you always, it's really easy to get like this negative agenda of racism or whatever, right? Like, yeah, like just like also like attacking other genders and whatever, right? All these things is really easy when there's like a big red flag, right? And everybody's like, oh yeah, this is shit, and then everybody chimes in and they just like push their agenda then. And yeah, that's why these situations usually lead to very, very negative and stupid comment sections, because they just bring out the worst in everyone, and then the few people that just fuel the fire, right? And yeah, so I don't like that. The same thing a little bit like also happens in the inverse. For example, I think Harry Potter, obviously J.K. Rowling is a dumb bitch, but she has dumb ideas, right? And that doesn't devalue Harry Potter as an, you know, an IP. I mean, obviously you can maybe see her ideas in it, and you know, if you like super analyze it, there's a lot wrong. But if you just think from it from a perspective, a single woman, I think at least, as far as I know, she didn't have chatbot or anything, just wrote a story she had in her head, and maybe she copied here and there a few ideas, and obviously it's gonna end up super biased because a single person wrote a fucking book, right? I'm gonna write a story, it's gonna be super biased in a way that I only can personally have. So obviously there's gonna be some kind of weird bias in there, but I don't think it devalues Harry Potter. It just devalues your opinions about real life, right? And maybe you can look at her work in a bit of a different perspective and criticize it differently, but it doesn't really devalue the from a general perspective. It's like sad to creators. Someone that's really garbage can still create really cool stuff in the work, right? From a criticism perspective. I mean, there could be like a guy that cures cancer and is the biggest piece of shit in the world otherwise, right? Doesn't mean curing cancer wouldn't be pretty nice, right? Yeah, but yeah, it's kind of interesting though that the people are still like offended by these things. I mean, I guess, I don't know, you get so many shows, most of them are missed, you know, for whatever reasons, and who gives a shit if there's another one, right? It's just unfortunate, and this merging IPs is not a thing anyway. It's just about money, right? Everyone who thinks there's an IP that's sacred, every single IP just gets. I mean, look at the fucking Olympic Games, right? You had Mario and Sonic at the Olympics. Now you have NFT blockchain mobile game, right? And that's how it goes, right? Money first, and so no IP is holy enough, right? I mean, that's why I will always like talk positively about games that don't do that shit. So this game, for example, a lot of content, DLC is priced very fairly at I think 4 something, and no weird shit. Buy the game, you get the game, and they made after the game was released, and they didn't make a fuck ton of money. They didn't make a free DLC, they made a DLC. And there's a big difference, right? If you make Stardew Valley and you make a fuck ton of money, you can afford an infinite amount of free DLC, right? It's just free content you can put out there. You don't have to, but you can give back, right? Because you're rich. But these devs probably aren't rich, so asking for money for more content is perfectly fine if you're not rich. Just because a few indies are so successful that they could add a lot of free content, not every indie can afford that, right? If you're a small indie, you have to ask for money to work, right? Just because you're like rich and successful and can give everyone back for free, that's not the case. So you can never hold anyone, you can't compare this game to a super successful Roguelite, right? Because it isn't. It's a really good game, but it didn't see as much money as Dead Cells or whatever. Enter the Gungeon. So they are in no position. I mean, Enter the Gungeon also did, but they are not in a position to give away as readily other devs. Even though there have been a lot of free content up. Just the big deals. Okay, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. We're not dead, which is good, right? Did we fight the boss? I'm in full autopilot mode. I have no idea what the fuck. We kind of killed the boss. I guess let's go. Also like the level transitions, that they're like different. Bit of you know what? Okay. Okay. Oh, this isn't one time. Ja, und dann am anderen Tag nichts zu geben. Ja, das ist schon assi eigentlich. Das verstehe ich auch nicht, wie sie, dass sie nichts kostet, dir nicht geben kann. Nur wenn sie ausverkauft werden, dann wird es überhaupt nicht Unterschied. Und selbst dann wäre der Unterschied. Nein. A flame burster, what is that? Ooh, what the fuck? Oh my god! What the fuck is this garbage? Okay, I'm not gonna be playing a weapon that can kill. No way I'm gonna bother with that one. 40% more ammo. Sounds pretty good. Balancing is kind of garbage, so yeah, let's just go for infinite ammo here. We should be fine. I think we also have another upgrade that gives us a lot of ammo. Yeah, this is just such a fun arcadey, game, and I don't know why it doesn't get boring, right? Usually with these games, if they're not like super well made, they get like boring after a while. But this one, for whatever reason, even though there's like an insane amount of variety when it comes to like, you don't have like bullet altering patterns like in Isaac, where everyone has like a different bullet like feel to it. You often get the same guns. I mean, there are a lot of guns, but you often get the same guns like in Gungeon, I guess, a bit. But still, it like feels, fun and diverse and rewarding enough. Just play. And I guess this is also partially due to the very high difficulty of this, this world I'm currently playing. And it's just like, I don't know, it motivates me to beat it once. I don't know how I will feel after I got all the meta upgrades and did all the, progression stuff. But for now, while I still have progression and the game moment-to-moment gameplay is really fun, it's just like a fun time. Just like the moment-to-moment, like really cool. Yeah, and as you can see, what I meant, like the game has a lot of distortion and screen shake and stuff like that going on. Also decoloration. It kind of sometimes it's really hard to actually see what the fuck is going on. Or this one's really nice. We basically got like 20% damage for now. I can't curious. Is there a good gun here? We got the fist weapon in an upgraded version. Golden gun. The golden gun, obviously, the reference to the new game from Hitman. Yeah, I'm really sad actually that they're working on the James Bond game and don't have a lot of resources for the Hitman Absolution at the moment. It's really unfortunate because I really think Hitman Absolution is like a potential 10 out of 10 easy. I mean, it's already a 10 out of 10, but it could be easily like a 15 out of 10 if you invest into it. I think it is one of the most potential I see in an existing game idea without significant improvements necessary. You just need to change. I guess you do need to change some stuff, but you could make it so much better with a minimal investment. And it's really sad that they're working on James Bond, which I guess is a lifelong dream for them, and it will also probably be a good game. I think they're gonna nail it, but I just think it fits their what they've been doing right. They made Hitman, and now they're gonna make like a James Bond themed Hitman. Basically, that's gonna work well. I think if they're not gonna make it weird with action sequences, which are like awkward and stuff like that, I just hope they literally make James Bond Hitman, right? With a little bit maybe of one touch, but yeah, I just hope they're not gonna make some generic action game. That's alien tech that I don't need. Yeah, so really unfortunate that they don't have the resources to work on freelancer mode, but yeah, I don't know. It's like, it's unfortunate timing. I guess they didn't really see what they had, right? I guess it was really hard to see how much people are gonna like it too. For me, this was basically my way back into the Hitman franchise. Before that, I was kind of, yeah, you know, I like Hitman, but I can also do with, you know, less Hitman after Hitman Absolution. And then obviously they did a 180 and went back to good Hitman, and obviously it's fun, but I still like the Roguelite mode way more. I just like the idea of a Hitman sandbox so much that doesn't have like these scripted missions where you just learn by heart what you have to do, where you have to improvise. It's just like way more interesting to me. Yeah, but really kind of a bummer that we're not going to see anyone improve on that formula for quite some time, because that is definitely a keeper. That's going to have a huge audience also in the future, and still has a lot of potential. I'm pretty sure we're going to see more of it, hopefully by the Hitman studio, but if necessary, also by someone else maybe. Yeah, in the Ubisoft Star Wars game, I just saw a little bit of gameplay a while ago, and I must just say it looks so old school. Not old school, so just so old and primitive in a lot of ways. And I really hope I'm wrong about that, and the end result's not gonna feel stiff and boring. But just what I saw of it is like really like, I don't know. The Division was also a cover shooter, and I think cover shooters is just like outdated trash. Doing in cover is fine dynamically, auto crouching, whatever, but waiting in cover shooting is just about fucking boring. Also, no new Uncharted game. Kinda weird. The Last of Us Part 2 I didn't play yet because I don't know. I'm gonna hopefully come out for PC one day. I just know there's a fuck ton of controversy around the game. I don't even want to know what it is because I don't want to get spoiled. But yeah, just like a new Uncharted game, just like also a cover shooter, I guess. But just I don't know. I just like this primitive. It was so primitive but nice, right? It looked great and like nice scenes. I don't know. Uncharted was like a game from the past, but from a lot of perspectives. And you think it looks a bit bland? I'm gonna wait for it to hit Steam. Yeah, it's on Ubisoft launcher. Yeah. Maybe also Epic Store. I have no idea. I can't physically bring myself to buy it on the Ubisoft launcher. Yeah. That's actually a good point. But my assumption is it's gonna be a 7 out of 10. Anyway, so from everything I've seen, it looks like the prime candidate for a 7 out of 10. But maybe I'm wrong and there's like amazing shit to it, and the guy playing the demo, who was obviously pretty shit at the game, for whatever reasons, demo, right? You never know. If it's pre-recorded, I always wonder, right? Who pre-records these demos and has someone that can't play video games play the game? Yeah, I actually don't know why that happens, right? If it's just like they didn't have time and the guy who was like the video editor had to play the game for him or something, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Clear all radiations and 50% XP gain. These are alien techs. I don't want any of those. They're all garbage. And also the sound design of this game is kind of nice. The surround sound really... It's a really crunchy sound design. I don't know how to call it, but it just feels nice. The music is a bit generic, I guess, you know. We have really memorable tunes or anything. Unlike the other roguelite we're gonna probably try out tomorrow, I'm just gonna show it to you. The Prince of Persia Rogue has, like, I think, in my opinion, and I played the Elden Ring DLC, so from all the games I played this year, I would have said like Elden Ring DLC should probably win best soundtrack. But after playing Prince of Persia Rogue, I think that should win best soundtrack, because it is such a, it's such a good soundtrack, man. It's so good. I never thought that the soundtrack would surprise me so much, but the visuals and the soundtrack both are so good. I thought the visuals are gonna be whatever, but just playing it like on a screen without compression and just seeing how clean the art style is, it's just like kind of nice. I don't know, I was super surprised that I liked it visually as much as I did. I thought it was gonna be visually oh wait. Wait, this is like the better version of this. Maybe we shouldn't have destroyed it. Yeah, I really was surprised though that Prince of Persia Rogue was such a audiovisual banger. And also the gameplay is fun. So yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna show you. I like it really much. It's not Dead Cells, and if you expect Dead Cells, you're gonna be on it, because it's not. But it has a very fun, unique take on the genre, and I think it's gonna be a great game once it's done. It already is a great game, but it's not perfect. I think it's gonna be a breeze of fresh air if you look at the game we usually get Star Wars games, even though it's bland. I mean, we've got a Souls-like Star Wars game, right? Which runs like shit, which is why we never played it, even though it was free in the Xbox Game Pass, because I just can't fucking take playing a Souls-like with bad performance anymore. I mean, 60 FPS I can take, but stuttering, fuck off. Which is such a shame, because I think the game otherwise, they say it's amazing. I think the first one was okay, and bad when, yeah. But yeah, I guess, you know, an open world Star Wars game, there are not a lot of them in general. It's true, yeah. Also, the James Bond license, by the way, is a pretty rarely used license, right? I think they're being very, very, you know, defensive of the license, which is nice, right? I don't think there's a lot of super trash in the, I mean, at least these days in the category. So, you know, I'm kind of hoping for that to be great. And Ubisoft already sent out keys for testers and allowed them to post like 30 minutes of footage. Oh, okay. I completed Jedi free game though, and it's basically like an Assassin's Creed game. But is it though? Is it really an Assassin's Creed game? Because it is a third-person shooter, right? So is it really Assassin's Creed, or is it like just the game meta structure is like Assassin's Creed? Ooh, that's like 50% damage to bosses. Another one. Oh baby. Oh, that's like crazy. Oh, we're gonna melt these bosses. Nice. Maybe we're gonna win actually. I don't think so. I die so quickly. No matter how much damage we do, we can take a few hits and done. Awesome. I mean, we do have dodge. Maybe we get lucky. You know, actually, I really want it to be good, obviously. I never want games to be bad, so just I'm prefacing this that I'm not being cynical. I actually like Ubisoft games. The biggest fuck up they had, in my opinion, recently was just like the way they basically approached Assassin's Creed Japan, which is the one, you know, Shadows. I'm just gonna call it Assassin's Creed Japan. I think like that was such a big L just from the get-go for no reason, because just like it kills the hype, right? You want to have an immersive Japan experience, and they're just like literally giving you Clown Fiesta storytelling from the get-go. And then suddenly, you know, they're always like, oh, we try to be historically correct. And now that the Japanese, you know, even the Japanese government basically took a statement that they don't give a shit, but they did, you know, put out a statement. And and they, basically now they said, yeah, we don't actually care too much about a story. It's just about authenticity. It's just a game. And I'm like, so what now? Is it supposed to be authentic, or is it just a game, right? I don't know. I think they do want it to be authentic. So it's kind of weird to have this weird design there, but you know, hopefully it's gonna be fun anyway. But it's gonna really, really destroy my immersion for sure. It's just like kind of weird, especially since it's not like a small. That's such a weird thing to say, but it's gonna come maybe across as weird or something. But if he was a guy like Afro Samurai or something, like, you know, like a skinny guy, right? But he's like the ultimate tank, and that's why he seems so at odds with the Japanese people, because he's obviously bigger than them, and they're also gonna make that a gameplay element, which I think is so silly, right? Then you have this big black dude just throwing around small Japanese guys and playing baseball with their bodies and stuff like that, which is hilarious, but also kind of really ruins the mood, right? If it was like a small, you know, a bit not as tall black guy, just slim figure, whatever, just like more in maybe closer to the Japanese frame, I think I wouldn't have minded it at all, actually. I just think like them taking the biggest muscular guy they can and just putting it there in the setting is just kind of weird to me. I don't know. And I'm neither Japanese nor black, right? I'm just white. So for me, from the outsider quote unquote perspective, it just kind of feels weird. I don't know, but maybe that's just me. And not like Assassin's Creed, but kind of. I mean, it will have the Ubisoft structure. I mean, it's not like it's like the Division studio, right? It's like, what is it called? Not Crystal Dynamics, but where's Crystal Dynamics before the name? I know that they have the Snowdrop engine, but I forgot the name of the studio. Remember the engine name? Yeah, but they did the Division 1 and 2, so it's like a bit different, I guess. It's not the Far Cry guys, it's not the Assassin's Creed guys. Yeah, but after this run, I'm gonna call it for today. It's just like meant as a little demonstration of this game. I guess it's the worst demonstration ever, since we're taking like 71 minutes for one run while talking about random shit. But hey, we beat the almost final level here, so yeah, we don't need the mod slot here. Getting more HP is whatever. We have 100 HP. I don't know if it's capped at 100 or if it's just like random. Yeah, I don't know. Assassin's Creed Shadow was one of, you know, I was so looking forward to it. I was literally, when I saw Valhalla and Origin and Odyssey, I was like, holy shit, give me that in Japan and I'm happy, right? Just add a little bit of Japanese flavor to it and everything's cool, right? You don't need to reinvent the wheel. And it kind of did the only thing that really ruins it for me, is like making the main protagonist not authentic. This is the only thing that kind of could have ruined it for me. Yes, I didn't know about that, right? I didn't expect them to do it, so I never thought about it. But from the get-go, it's just like, I don't know, it's a way bigger deal in my mind than it should be. Not because, you know, because you're racist, you don't like black people. That's not at all it. It's literally that I just don't feel like it's immersive in a way, right? I don't want to have a skinny white guy there, right? I don't want to play, that's going to sound really mean or something. I don't want to play a 160 white guy there either, right? Like a tiny dude that gets thrown around by Japanese people. I also don't want to have that, you know. I just want, I don't know, I just wanted someone Japanese, I guess. When I'm playing Assassin's Creed Japan, right? Like, it's like when I play Assassin's Creed in Italy, I want to have Ezio, and I don't want to have, I don't know, Atsumo, whatever what, right? It's the same thing. I don't want to have a Japanese guy in my Assassin's Creed Italy, right? So in a way, that's what I guess what annoys me, is that they kind of did the exception there, and just doesn't. If they did it always, I would have expected it. But they just randomly just, I don't know, just took a dump over the atmosphere for no reason. And maybe it's gonna be better than I think, right? Maybe I'm gonna play it and I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, it's goofy and funny, or maybe it's engaging and I really like it. But just like in my head, even though I didn't play it, right, I just saw stuff, it feels worse than it should actually. And I have no idea why it's so annoying. Maybe it's just because I was so looking forward to Assassin's Creed in Japan, and it had this Henshu image in my mind, and just like, I don't know, just taking a dump on my, I guess, imagination. Maybe that's what I don't like. I don't know. But for me, it's definitely more annoying than... Not really annoying, just like more disappointing. It's called Killer, and I've never seen this weapon before. It's a knife that you have to charge. It looks actually fucking bad to use. It has 0 range, and we need to heal back up too. Yeah, and also I really dislike people just pulling a racism card. Ah, you don't like him because he's black. No, I don't give a shit if he's black or not, you know? I literally don't give a shit. It could be any other nationality, including white. I would mind. I don't know why, but that's literally... I mean, I know why, right? Because it's like Japan and not fucking Europe or something. Yeah. I don't know. It's just like me. It's just like me that doesn't like it. I know there are people that don't mind at all. That's also perfectly fine. I'm happy for you. But my mind, for whatever reason, thinks Ubisoft is taking a dump on my imagination, and I guess that doesn't feel great. I mean, if you have no expectations, obviously it's also going to be different. But since I did have, like, I guess expectations, even though I didn't know about that, I guess. My expectation was just like, make it just a normal Assassin's Creed game. You don't have to reinvent anything. Just make it normal. Just give me Ghost of Tsushima. Oh wait, we already had it? Oh. I guess maybe, actually it's maybe Ghost of Tsushima at fault. Maybe Ghost of Tsushima, they didn't want to copy paste that and they were like... I actually don't know. I really wonder how that happened. Especially how nobody said anything. I mean, I'm pretty sure some people said something. But it's very difficult, right? Because everybody's gonna call you racist. It doesn't make any sense, actually, to call it racist. But, you know, people are still gonna do it. So... And yeah, of course, from a marketing perspective, it's great. A lot of people are talking about it, right? A lot of people are talking about it. But then again, I think this Assassin's Creed was the Assassin's Creed that had a lot of hype anyway. So if any Assassin's Creed could have done without this, I would assume it's this one, right? But yeah, I mean, obviously it is an attention L, so attention W, obviously. If that's going to translate into better sales, though, I don't know. I mean, maybe. I don't have the statistics on that one, but yeah, the one is actually counting. Our HP is so low, which is bad, because if we had more HP, we could win. Oh, this is, by the way, this is what I meant. There are different transition methods too, and now you can just fly to the next island, but you can also like fly diagonally if you want to and skip islands, which is a really nice touch. This is the weapon we've been using the entire time. Yeah, I don't know. This is what you call autopilot. I actually don't know if we've been using this one. Oh, I hate these guys. They have like this weird tornado they can do. Oh, come on. What the fuck are you doing? Well, don't shoot the... Where are you aiming? The auto aim sensitivity stuff here. Wait, there is like a shock freeze animation. So there is a freeze, is basically a super slow. And then there's like a full freeze. Kind of confused. Yeah, we need more HP, man. I mean, I guess we have regeneration for half HP too. Hope I didn't pick up too many bad items while I wasn't paying attention. But I don't know if they wanted attention, right? I mean, you just have to have one employee that has like this vision. It's kind of weird, and then one is like, yeah, I'm gonna, let's do it, right? And already you can have like awkward shit getting approved, and I don't know, like it's just so weird that they really needed to risk this safe Assassin's Creed. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't have risked it. I think it is not a good design, not a design, a good decision on the part of Ubisoft here. Yeah, whoever made the decision, basically. See, that's what I mean. You can just go cross over. Oh, this is cool. Yeah, you're gonna see a lot of cool stuff because for once I didn't die at the start here. This is where you really can see that they actually care a lot about gaming in general, because they added shit like this. Like, who adds a third-person version? Oh shit! Oh my god! I should have killed them. I don't know what I did. Yeah, basically you have like a third-person mode, and you can actually play the entire game in this mode, which is kind of hilarious. So the game has like a fully 3D rendered engine with like 2D sprites, I guess. And yeah, and there's also another version which is actually more like Mario retro or Sonic retro platforming, like 3D retro platforming too, which is kind of really cool. I actually like that they added that. That must have been a lot of work for a quote-unquote mini game. Oh, these. It's kind of still interesting that you can scrap the chests and you can also open them shooting them. I guess we should scrap these. What mod would we actually take? Because we need the ammo and we need the damage against bosses. Yeah, but this is definitely, for me, this is one of the best Twinstick roguelites out there. It is just fun to play. It is. Oh, we already have this one. But can we reroll you? Oh no, we could. No, we should have rerolled that. Like, it did give us a lot of coins. Sure, why not? Yeah, it is just really fun to play, and also, like I said, it has co-op, so if you want to play it with someone, also gonna have a good time. We have 3. We should just go in. I think we're ready. I think we're actually ready to fight this guy, whoever he is. Oh. Yeah, there's so many bosses. I played like for 30 hours, and I feel like I've never seen a lot of bosses. Like this guy, for example, no idea who the fuck he is, how you beat him. But some bosses have like immunity phases. I don't know if we're gonna destroy the hearts or what's going on here. Yeah, so I guess we beat him. Also, we can only damage him by defeating hearts. Oh, that's interesting. Can we freeze them? Because bosses you can usually not freeze very long, but there are minions you can. So yeah, we can. Oh, this boss is really weak against freeze. Oh, yeah, so freezing them is really good here. You can get hit while you freeze people, but you can also dodge while you... Yay, what an easy boss actually. I mean, I guess we can't hard counter them. 10% damage. Sure, why not? I don't give a shit about the weapons. I really like the weapon we currently have. I think it's quite optimal. Smalls, I mean, we could take this one instead of the ammo. I kind of feel like the stun doesn't work against bosses anyway, as far as I know, and if it does, it's going to be very, very short, because it has like significant reduction for bosses, which is good, right? So you can't just stun lock them. And this game has such a unique art style too. It's just, I don't know, it's just, this game for me is like fun, right? It's like, not a lot of games are just pure fun. A lot of games have tedium in them or something. But this game is just, for me, it's pure fun. Like, the art style is fun, the sound design is fun, the game design is fun. Yeah, it's just fun, right? It's not maybe the perfect game in by any metric or so, but it has so many good elements just coming together. It just feels fun to play. And this is looking really good. I want to play to Evilora or to Balbeor. I think Balbeor is pretty random. I think I'm not going to do this because I think they're both pretty risky. I mean, this one I could remember a positive effect. I mean, guess this one is not. Counter. Oh, we do have to select one. This is like what, 80 HP still. Ooh, this is interesting. This is really interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna take this one because we're gonna heal to half HP anyway using mana. So we're just gonna have to be careful. Oh no, I went in there. Like literally the only thing that could instantly kill us. Like inside here. Oh, what is this? How do I loot it? Jump and get. Put it into my inventory. You also have an inventory, but you don't have to manage it too much. 20% fire rate is kind of. kind of garbage, honestly. Never do this, so I have no idea how to inventory manage. Hope I didn't. Okay, nothing happened. Yeah, I don't know. This is just it's a wholehearted recommendation of mine. If you like these types of games, you're gonna have a good time with this one. I mean, obviously you can. Maybe it has a bit of a learning curve at the start, just like getting the feel of the game. But I can guarantee you, if you spend a little bit more time with it, you're gonna have a good time. Unless you are interested in really specific things in these games and only like Enter the Gungeon, you only like Isaac, whatever. If you like the general idea of this genre, again, you're gonna have a good time for sure. Otherwise, no idea. I mean, are you gonna play this for 1,000 hours? Probably not, right? But I guess you can easily get 50 to 100 hours out of it if you want to unlock everything. You know what? On Jump 4, mana is not bad, but the Iron Bomb can also be kind of nice. It didn't demonstrate it for. I think this was percentage based. But maybe it's also, and you know, it's really hard to tell if it's percentage based or if it's actually just scaling with the levels you're in, because you get more HP the further you are into the game. I've never seen these enemies before. Like, I played for like what, 40 hours, and I've never seen this enemy. That's what I like, right? New difficulty, new enemies. That's nice design. Why do I transform them into pigs? Wait, I have this weird thing. This is a thing on my back that transforms enemies into pigs. It is, I think. Oh, that's cool. It also does damage. Oh, nice. And obviously I also didn't get far in this mode that much. And I guess, you know, the hard start makes it all the more rewarding if you get stronger later on. It definitely feels good to finally be able to do. Why don't you die? Huh? Immune, I guess. Whatever. Oh no. What the fuck is this garbage? Are you kidding me? Well, hope we're not gonna get on spikes. Oh, we get this for that. Oh, I thought it was. Kinda, I don't know about this one. I mean, I guess we just have to avoid spikes. I guess easier said than done sometimes. But this level doesn't seem to have too many spikes. Oh, by the way, let's talk a little bit Zenless Zone Zero difficult. It is roughly in the ballpark, I think, of Genshin, but actually, I mean, the late game content, right? Is like Genshin a bit harder in more skillful. I think it's like the more skillful version of Genshin, and it definitely you need to learn to parry and to dodge more than in Genshin. So I guess it's harder than Genshin, but it feels not much harder. But it actually feels like it is skillful, right? Really have to think about this one. Gold plasma. I mean, it has less FPS. So, fuck that. Okay, we're in a really good position. This is the last level as far as I. So we should be up against the final boss. Now, I guess. If I'm not wrong about that. I might be wrong, but I think this is the last level. Wouldn't that be funny that I actually beat the game while talking about random shit while not beating it off stream? Is this the proof that I'm actually better on stream than off stream, although I think I'm worse on stream than I'm off stream? This is like I probably have a good build and just yeah, I think mana regen is great because we're gonna heal permanently with that if we don't insta die. Never mind, it's not the last level. The last level is hell, I guess. Noob, getting that. It has been a while since I've been here. -3 for Intershop at 99 coins? I will. This is so bad. Actually, this is so terrible that I will actually... I'm gonna take everything I need. We have curses? We have curses. Oh, I hope you're not too fast. Restoring energy is fucking long. And the reason why I'm not gonna buy it and grab it is because there are a lot of vendors here. And you can be very specific about the stuff you get here. This sounds incredible, actually. This sounds actually... I really like that the game gives you this room here. Heal to max. Oh, but minus 25% max HP. This could actually be insanely good if we struggle clearing the islands, but that sounds also really interesting. I mean, I'm kind of not sure because there's going to be more shops here. I think every direction, not every, but direction or something. Up here. I mean, they do have a lot of HP. Where's my slow? I hope hitting doesn't mean literally hitting. No, there's a web above them, so we do slow them. I guess slow is not freeze. Freeze also affects their attacks and so I guess. Ooh, 30% damage resist, but inertial movement. So if you don't know what inertial means, it's basically when you have like, I guess inertial. So your character is like floaty, like he's walking on ice a little bit. But it is 30% damage resist. I'm gonna regret this. I mean, it's not like terrible actually. Like, also the acceleration is a bit worse, obviously. I just hope it's not gonna completely fuck them. And yeah, they have to be open for us for them. Yeah, there's a lot going on here again, so I'm just gonna reposition somewhere. So floaty though, movement-wise. Oh my god! Especially after the dodge, it's like crazy. Yeah, this is not as... I guess it's good, right? Because I'm expecting to get hit by the bosses anyway, so... I mean, the final boss, but like, there's another final boss. I mean, maybe there is a secret final boss, but I think there isn't, because you already got him in another level. They have so much HP, though. Crazy. Okay, we didn't die, which is nice. I'm just like contemplating healing to full HP after every level because it could be pretty good. It could also be pretty insignificant. Wow, go fast for a while. We should make the call quite soon because ending up with 0 HP at the boss is gonna be pretty annoying. Spiders have such a huge explosion radius. Oh my god, I had to cool down. Yeah, we should definitely buy it. Yeah, now I'm convinced, right? After taking so much damage. Yeah, honestly, I think we would be doing ourselves. That's so good though. Yeah, we should for sure buy it. Where is it? Find? But it is 25, but who gives a shit, right? What is 25 max HP if we don't heal to max after every island? I could have bought it before the boss too. Oh, I'm stupid. Going forward. We shouldn't open the ammunition. I mean, we're pretty close to the boss too. So this island is not... Ah, I fucked my cooldown. Now we're gonna struggle to not get hit here a bit more. I guess it doesn't matter as long as we don't die, but I mean, as long as we don't drop below 10%. Oh, that's nice. I think our build is strong enough. I mean, the build, if we lose, it's definitely on me. In general, I think the game is very skill-based. I don't know how we're gonna kill these guys, honestly, because they spawn an enemy when they die, a spawner when they die. How do I actually kill them? Because I can't TP away either. Do I want to do this? Oh, the recycler, really? But that's interesting. So we can actually recycle the recycler into. Shit. Do I want to do this? No. This is really bad. These are spikes, by the way. So if we get hit by those, we take a fuck ton of damage. Can't see shit. Do we have the upgrade that we deal more damage per enemy kill, which is insanely good on this difficulty because we have like 5 times more enemies. Oh my god. Wow. I don't. Come on, open the bitch. Yeah, as long as we don't go 10% HP, I'm okay with it. So actually we didn't unlock this item, but we have it via the character. Okay, but why didn't we... Wait. Oh no, really? Are we gonna go half HP for the boss because we fucked up the... No way. When you visit, no. So this is gonna heal us no matter what. This is great. Can we buy something here? No, we don't. Okay, this is the final boss. The highest difficulty bar the multipliers. I guess you can add later on. You need to beat the boss. Oh no, this is not the final boss. Never mind. This is the next level is the final boss. Like I said, it's been a while since I've been here. Yeah, this guy's actually, I think, okay. He has like a laser beam from above or something, and then really wants to fuck you, but otherwise, I think he's fine. I don't know where he is, but... I also don't know about the HP bar. There's like this red section that is like, I guess, dots or something, damage over time, maybe? But if it reaches 0, the enemy doesn't die, so I don't actually know if you need to hit him one last time. These are all bad. So I'm gonna take the fire rates. I really want to do these sections. 14 gold? You know what? I know we should probably just take it, but I don't care. I'm just such a meta progression slave. Okay. Oh, we're still not in level. Oh, okay, here, finally. How much money do we have? 50. Okay, so this now truly is the final level. A lot of mana regen. We're full HP, so. Yeah, don't fuck this one up now. Yeah, the game basically gives you full everything at the end, which is very nice. So you never have to worry about reaching the... Also gives you like a very cheap unlock here. Yeah, so you never have to worry about reaching the final boss and not having enough to kill him. Okay, Mega Draculing, one of his first children. Oh my god, instantly got hit during the cutscene. Yeah, so like I said, the game has some little bit questionable design decisions every now and then. which is okay, right? I'm not like super annoyed by it. Would like to actually be able to beat the difficulty ones. If you don't know how many enemies he spawns too, very interesting. Oh my god, our damage is like crazy. Yeah, you can move during the cutscene, which is kind of weird. You could get hit here again, which is not optimal. Oh no, fuck me. I hate these guys. So annoying. Yeah, we got one. The other one too here. Nice. We get a bunch of trash mobs, which we can freeze as far as I know. We're gonna keep the super special, whatever not, against the boss. Should be damageable now. I think I fucked up and did it too early, because now the other guy that's came out of him. I don't know how we can damage this guy, honestly. Also, there's a bug that enemies don't stop spawning after you beat them. It's in a way hilarious and also annoying at the same time. He has a lot of HP and I don't have the energy to kill him, so we fucked up our timing and it will take taking a billion years. I guess we can kill the ads to get the energy. And then we can use this to fucking destroy his ass. Yeah, that was good actually. Yeah, and we beat the game at the quote-unquote highest difficulty. See, he doesn't stop spawning the enemies. Why? I'm literally getting my rewards here. And I can kill him, right? I can kill him and they will spawn endlessly. Right? And I don't know why. If it's a bug or whatever. So in this text, by the way, you get it every single time after the third world or something. Like basically the story ends. And this is basically